Hi, everyone. I'm Margot with WeCree.
And I'm Christy.
And today we have Jordan Miller with us. He is with Copper Storage Management. He's our performance manager. He handles all kinds of things having to do with the property, make sure we're on track and doing the things the way we should. So we wanted to give you an opportunity to get to know him. We've been working with him since before we purchased the property in March, and he is such a big part of our day-to-day operations. So, Jordan, tell us a little bit about your involvement with copper storage and the storage industry.
Sure, thank you. I've been at Copper for almost 2 years now. In September, it'll be 2 years. I have about 5 years of experience in the storage industry, starting as the lowest rank assistant manager at a property, and grew up to area manager, and transitioned into my roles in Copper. It's been a fun experience for sure. Storage is definitely an interesting industry.
That's
That's
great. We
awesome.
appreciate that you've seen the business from every angle.
Yeah.
So I know you're our performance manager, but for everyone that's listening right now, what Jordan really does is he wrangles that massive team that Copper has working on our behalf. He is our primary point person. And
Right.
so it's very, very cool. And over the next few years, we will interview Jordan regularly and to have us get some updates, because talking to him always gets new insight for us, and we always want to share that. So today
Absolutely.
we're being very specific with an introduction. And Jordan, when we were talking to you the other day, one of the things that you got excited about was our occupancy. And that's kind of a weird thing to say, but talk about, um, since you came on to this project before we even purchased, how are we transitioning and where are we going? Where do you see this year looking like for Jackson in terms of occupancy?
In terms of occupancy, I think we have only where to go but up. We took over the property, or you guys took over the property, and occupancy was pretty high. Uh, excuse me. But we knew that it was going to dip a little bit. We had a little bit of cleanup to do, with just weird people in their units without leases, and we didn't know who they were, unknown tenants, and all the auction units that we had to go through. So occupancy we knew was going to dip a little bit. And it doesn't look like it dipped as much as I was projecting it to, which is great news because it gives us a better place to start to build it back up. Now that auctions are pretty much cleaned out, and we might have another run next month, I believe. But we like I said, we have only to grow from here. And I think with what our rental velocity has been over the last 4 or 5 months, we can definitely expect to get to, you know, 70-80% in 6 months-ish, in a few months.
So you mentioned rental velocity. Some of our investors that are participating on this project, this is their first time owning storage or owning an investment in storage. So when you say rental velocity, what does that mean and how does it compare? So, we rented it in, say, April and May, we got some units, but how does that compare? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, rental velocity is just how much traffic you're getting, how many reservations, your calls, how many leads are coming in, how many of those are converting, and that's kind of what we establish as your rental velocity. So over the last few months, it's been steady at about 12 move-ins, anywhere from 12 to 22 move-ins every single month. So I think if you take those numbers and add that trend to the next few months, you can start to see where we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and see that we can definitely get there with what our velocity is right now.
Very cool. Margot, you are on mute. I'm not, there we go. um,
I have some
you know,
noise in the background.
oh, okay. Something, and as we continue to talk about occupancy, and we have a lot of projects that we're working on, and so we've talked about just let's go easy on our occupancy, and we're going to blow it out in a few months. um given what you see right now, is there room to kick up that trend? So if we're doing, 12 or 14 a month now, do you see us with the ability, if we spend more, do a little bit more, to increase that velocity?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, we're the budget we have for, advertising and stuff like that. If we increase that, it would only increase, our excuse me, our velocity a little bit. With advertising spending and stuff, and that what you pay is sort of what you get. So as we increase, we get more views, and we build more of a presence, and definitely if we were to put a little bit more money into ads and stuff, we could see an increase in that rental velocity.
That's great.
Excellent. Well, so let's thank Jordan for
Yeah.
taking the time. We appreciate it.
And we appreciate you.
Yeah,
Of course,
tremendous.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. We got a good team here.
An excellent team. So thank you, Jordan. And we'll be talking to you, Jordan, again over the coming months and years as this project goes on.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Take
Bye,
care.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.